Hi, everyone. I'm here to talk a little bit about high impact practices, not only the way that you might be using them in your course or thinking forward about using them in a course next semester, but also how you might document them to share with your program how you are impacting our students' success. So I'm going to talk through a couple of these or all of these and share some little nuggets about how you can think about these in your course. The power of high impact practices is that it increases learning, it increases student involvement in the learning process, and it provides motivation for students. Additionally, high impact practices are proven to increase GPAs, to increase student satisfaction rates, and also efficient pathways to graduation. Students also feel a sense of connection when high impact practices are incorporated into the classroom. And so all of these benefits might help you in thinking about how you'll design your course in the next semester. Some of these you may already use, so I'm just going to give a little bit of an overview. Regular use of active learning. What are the ways that you get your students involved in the discussion in the classroom or have them talk with peers? Peer-to-peer learning is just as important as faculty to student learning. And so what are the ways that the students are engaging in dialogue with one another as well as you? Low stakes assignments with feedback. This is a really great tool, particularly at the beginning of the semester to gauge a student's learning. Some examples of low stakes assignments might be reflective writings, it might be reading responses, or mini essays, quizzes, peer reviews, some ways that the students get involved in applying the knowledge that you're sharing so that then you can give feedback to how they're progressing and it can motivate them for their next steps. And that's similar to the next one, written feedback on multiple drafts of a single paper. This is a great tool for course design, thinking about how you might scaffold or chunk an assignment throughout the semester that leads to that fuller project at the end. And so the ways that you might have perhaps the literature review and then offering some feedback on that so that they can have time to apply feedback and grow, and that all of this parts of the paper then come together in the final project. Student reflection assignments are also a great tool for the classroom. And you can do these in lots of different ways. It might be at the end of the class where you're asking students to think about what was their muddiest point for the day. What do they need more information about? What do they want to hold on to for the next class? And you can also think about this as larger reflective projects. In my course, I often have a major creative project due at the end of the semester. And so they have a final reflective paper on what they did that was successful, what their challenges were, what they're thinking forward to doing in the next semester. Reflection really solidifies learning and process for students. It's similar to a performance prognosis, which is a great tool, especially after an exam where you might have, or a paper, have students think about what they did that was successful in completing the paper, what they might do next time, where they need some more support, and so that they can come up with a goal and game plan for the next assignment that can increase their success. Collaborative learning experiences for credit, that's a great way of thinking about teamwork, group work in the classroom. What are the ways that the students are learning leadership skills, how to connect with other students? I tend to do this in small ways. Again, it kind of is a low stakes assignment at the beginning, but getting them to start thinking about how they work in a group so that at the end of the semester, if there is a larger group project, they're able to apply skills of how that works, who's taking on what part of the assignment, etc. And similar required public demonstration of knowledge. This is a presentation or performance or some way that the students share with one another. It might be presenting at an undergraduate research symposium, but the ways they're sharing their knowledge that really prepares them for their careers moving forward. Some additional practices are connecting or incorporating content from diverse perspectives and lived experiences, thinking about the authors that your students are reading within the classroom, thinking about how you can incorporate different perspectives on the same topic so that students have a way to think critically and think about what their perspectives are and how they can further define their points of view, their values, and beliefs. An e-portfolio for ongoing assessment, this might be within a course, but it also might be over a program. Again, if we go back to that small chunking of assignments, that can be something that can be uploaded into a portfolio thinking about an introduction, a methodology, a literature review, results, and kind of setting that up in an e-portfolio for a course. So then the students can see their progress and or apply feedback. I have also used it over the curriculum across the program and thinking about, giving students an opportunity to upload their final assignments that then comes together and shows the work that they've done. And they might even use this when they go out on the job market as a demonstration of what they're capable of, research projects, presentations, etc. Internships, a lot of us have these embedded into our curriculum, but oftentimes it's just another extra thing that students might do, but really prepares them for thinking about what kind of career they might want. And that goes along with that next bullet point there about individual mentorship. And so the ways that you might guide a student towards an internship or a pathway experience. But also you can do individual mentorship on projects within a course. You can do individual mentorship for undergraduate and graduate research. These ways where students really get one-on-one attention and can see how the critical feedback and relationship helps them build their own work portfolio. Living and learning communities, we have a couple of these at Southern Miss. One is the Jump Scholars Program. We also have ACE. These are ways that students, similar to cohort programs, where they are in similar classes, the same classes, they create a community, they can support one another. And then the last bullet point there, academic service learning, which of course at our university, this is overseen by the Center for Community Engagement. We have lots of ways to help faculty prepare for a service learning course. We have a seminar program in which faculty really learn the nuts and bolts and then can move forward in full service learning. We have condensed ones, but the power of service learning is getting students out to the community, developing their civic engagement as citizens in our community, and also thinking about what the impact they might make in their own career. A lot of times we see students who go through service learning courses that really are able to then further define what they're seeking in their own career paths. And so I'm going to finish up by talking about how you can document this in your scheduled teaching that shows up in digital measures. You'll see that there is a checklist of high impact practices. So my screenshot here, you only see the first. You can scroll down to add more, right? And at first you just do these check boxes. What are the ways that you're incorporating this into your courses? This allows us to run reports and think about what's being offered across curriculum, what's being offered across the institution, so we understand our students' experiences, but also that we know that the ways that we're preparing them and engaging with them in the learning process is leading to success. And then you'll also have a paragraph placed here below, and it doesn't have to be anything overly scholarly or overly academic, I should say, but just a place to document what you're doing. You can see from my paragraph here, the senior choreographic projects focus on the creation of a choreographic project. The students oversee production as well. I guide them through active learning experiences to ignite their creativity. And there's mentorship not only from me as the instructor with one-on-one, but also the peer-to-peer, and that the dance concerts really serve as that public demonstration of knowledge and professional experience for students. And so these are ways that I talk about what I do in my course. So just a little bit of explanation that how allows you then as the instructor to also reflect. This can also serve you in your annual evaluation as you're thinking about what you did. And so we hope you'll take this time to document what you do as high impact practices and help create a culture of success for our students and our faculty here at Southern Miss. If you have any questions about high impact practices, please feel free to reach out to me, kelly.lester@usm.edu, or your Center for Faculty Development, which can continue to help you think about what your courses look like, small teaching tips, and more. So please reach out and have a great semester.